What's happening? Happy Thursday.
What's up? How's it going?
Not bad, man. Not on the golf course, but other than that, it's pretty good.
Well, you'll be out there tomorrow, won't you?
I will be. I'm actually golfing with logistics people tomorrow. I'm golfing Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So
Hey, well, if y'all take a picture, open your eyes.
it's hard. The sun is brutal down there, man.
You get
That was a
some-
fun event, though. It was cool to meet some people from LinkedIn, and yeah, it was a lot of good people down in North Carolina.
Yeah, for sure. Well, episode 29, Matt and Will special. Before we get into it,
The second one, we did this, what, five? I don't even remember what we talked about, but we did this 5 episodes in or something back in May.
Yeah, we did like a Q&A. So I'll be interested to see if we get some questions today. Well, yeah, shout out to our sponsors. We got Multi-Service Fuel Card. They've been around for a very long time, possibly longer than Matt and I combined our ages. They do a great job with fuel discounts. Yeah, I mean, no kidding, we should add it up sometime. Man, we've had drivers on that aren't associated with the company that can't say enough good things about them. It's a great group. We got Black Box Logistics, my company. If you're looking for a brokerage position in the Magic City, Birmingham, Alabama, we are hiring. Trio Inc., they do all of our back-end stuff, all the graphics, everything you see in the background, or pretty much anything posted from the Two Dawgs page is them. They do offshore staffing. Black Box has a few of their people. They do great work. You want to talk about HD?
Yeah, sure. You're on a little bit of another feature in your computer, but you're like frozen a little bit.
Might be the Wi-Fi. New office internet.
We'll figure it out. I can still hear you. But yeah, HD ships. We are hiring agents if you're looking to be an agent. Great agent program. Love to talk to you.
We got Sales Dash CRM. It's a freight-centric platform. Great software. It's very intuitive. Josh created it with a freight brokerage background, so everything that you would want on there is it's pre-built. It's not like Sales Dash where you have to come in and build it out. We love it. And we've got our banner sponsor, TAFs, who I had the pleasure of going to their office this Monday and seeing those guys. Great operation over there.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, that's right. You were there just this week. Time flies.
Yeah, you got the full tour. They're doing some cool stuff over there. It's a really nice office.
How many people were there for that event too? It was pretty big event, right?
I mean, what event? The game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a packed stadium. It's Arrowhead. It's really loud. But TAS itself, man, I just met with our two guys in there. They call it the Cowboy Room. So I didn't go upstairs where all the everybody else was. Just got the ground level tour, but really cool office.
Good stuff. I was just thinking I got a text. That's why I was looking away. I was like, when are you going to have me on the podcast? Somebody was telling them I'm on the podcast. I'll have to call them back. And they're like, when are you going to have me on? And I was like, well, maybe someday we'll have some Black Box employees and some HD Ships agents on, and we'll do a mega show. But
yeah, maybe we'll do something when you're down in Birmingham. Dylan, we appreciate you tuning in. He says, "Young freight brokers, why are you winning so hard?" Appreciate you tuned in.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Dylan. There were some funny comments. So Will posted about what to talk about. The best comment by far was Ben's comment. I don't know if you have that.
Yeah, let me pull it up. I don't have it where I can display it. I have to snippet it, but we can read some of them off. I think I missed Ben's comment.
Oh, you missed the best one.
Well, let's see. Black Box customer list with lanes and rates. I don't think that's going to work out for this episode.
I think that was a great idea, personally.
Yeah, I'm sure that we'd probably get our highest audience, most views, playbacks for sure.
Yeah, be good to offer the viewership.
Yeah, we can leave it in the just the brainstorm room for now. We'll table it, come back. Yeah, and then of course everybody's asking for dating advice from me now since you keep commenting on everything and slandering me.
Well, dude, we have a picture of me and my ex-girlfriend on for like promoting the show, and you wouldn't even put a picture of you and the current girl you're seeing, man.
I'm not seeing any girl, Matt. I'm locked in. I book freight, and I just think about Black Box all the time.
But no, we had some other cool ones though too. John and Jamie. We'll have to do round 2 of that. They always seem to be on each other's mind.
Hey, shout out to Dustin. I got this from him actually. This company made this. It says "Man of Steel." Appreciate you tuning in, Dustin.
Does Dustin work for you, or where's Dustin at?
No, Dustin works for it's another company, which I'm not. I don't want to. He's a customer of ours. I don't want him to get blown up, but it's a company in Birmingham that they do great work. Well, I say that, man. They can just click on his profile.
Yeah. You just gave away one of your customers. So Ben, you got your wish.
Yeah, there you go. One and done. Man, well, what should we talk about? What's going on in your world, in the agent world? What are you seeing out there?
I don't know. I mean, it's interesting, interesting out there. I mean, I think it's gaining some popularity, and but I don't know. What was kind of on my mind today is because I'm sure you get those messages too. It's just like sales outreach in general. It's interesting, like being in this seat. How many messages a day do you think you get? Way more than me, of like on LinkedIn, on email, especially email, like just blasting out for different tech services, staffing firms, all that other kind of stuff.
Yeah, man, I get a bunch. I almost have like just a mental block for it. So like if and when I see an email, I don't read them. I know what we had Josh on. He was talking about sales karma. So like if and when somebody cold calls you, hear them out. It'll get you back in the end, right? I don't. Man, if it's a number that calls me that I don't know, it goes to my ops team first, and a lot of them will be like TMS calls, offshore staffing, whatever. And I don't really go through my LinkedIn DMs. So I kind of
don't open it because then they can't see that you read it. That's your watching.
Well, it's like once a month. What happens, man, is I do get a whole bunch and I won't respond to them. And I'm like, I'll do it later. And then it goes, like a week, 2 weeks. And then it's so many. And then I'll just spend like an hour going through them. And at that point, it's been a little while. So I'm not worried about them seeing that I read it.
They want to get you to open it. They should just start off with, hey, we have some lanes. Do you want to quote? And then ... So it's cut off. And then you open it and just says JK and whatever they're trying to sell.
Yeah, well, I've actually gotten a handful of customers from LinkedIn DM. So I don't do a lot of, I guess I do some social selling, right? Like I display like what we're doing. Like I try to share our journey as a company and like post pictures of our loads, but I'm never, posting, hey, if you guys want excellent, like, call Black Box, like we're ready to get after it or whatnot. And I've had a few that DM me. And there's this one guy who's asking for my help to quote something. And I thought that he was in transportation. I was like, no, like I'm not going to just like help you quote all your loads, but I ended up responding. And then he turned into a customer. He was, yeah. So I don't know, man, maybe I should read them more, but I don't know. Not a big fan. It's a lot.
What about emails? That's where I get most of them. Like I'm not even in charge of some of these decisions, and I get a lot of emails from staffing firms, tech providers. I can't imagine you, because you're on Zoom Info as co-founder and owner. You probably are getting 10x what I'm getting.
Yeah, I get a lot of them. And again, I usually don't respond to them. The last one that I responded to, the guy keeps mail merging me and he's got my name wrong. He keeps calling me John. I mean, he does it on like Sundays. He's Sunday at 2 p.m. I get a mail merge. It's John. Like,
hey, he's dedication, man. He's working on the weekends. What he must have had some interest if you responded to him.
No, I responded to him because it pissed me off. Because I said it before. I said if you're gonna mail merge me, like, at least like get my name right. And then he did it again. So
did he say anything when you said that?
No, he didn't respond. But yeah,
is he in logistics, or is it like some random tech company?
I didn't read. I just saw that he was calling me the wrong name. It was a sales email, so I'd be much more inclined to respond and like consider your product if you at least got my name right. Because he's emailing, like it's Will H. He's calling me John, whatever. But yeah, I do get a lot of them, and a lot of them are they seem like cookie cutter pitches, right? Something that they're copy and pasting, and it's either automated or it's a big mail merge. And I say I don't respond, right? I don't respond to those, but sometimes somebody will make a connection or bring something up. Or man, even like on LinkedIn, if somebody says something about something I posted and it turns into a conversation, I'm much more likely to explore that with them as opposed to if they're just pitch slapping me. I don't like the pitch slaps. That's what I get a lot of.
How many cold, we should try to experiment with, do what, I don't know how John does this. He told me once that somebody prank called him at 2 a.m, but he puts his cell phone number on his LinkedIn profile. Try that. See how many calls you get.
No, I'm not going to do that, but I'm sure that, I'd be interested to see if it's on Zoom Info if I went and looked. But yeah, again, like, man, I screen a lot of calls with voicemail. So they start leaving me the voicemail. It's relevant. I pick up real quick. But I pretty much I try to do a good job of saving contacts, right? But I do get a lot of spam calls and cold calls. And yeah, most of it's not like very, very good or targeted or strategic. Like when we bring these shippers on, they always say, do some homework. Think about like what you're going to talk about or sell, just treat them like a person as opposed to like calling and trying to do a hard sell. It's just, I don't know. I mean, everybody's human, right? We want connection. We want to work with people that we like. But yeah, if somebody sends you an automated email that it doesn't make any sense, like what you're doing or looking for, it's just kind of like, yeah, you're wasting your time.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's especially in this market, it's not. Is that yours?
Yeah, that's my phone.
Oh, I say, especially in this market, man, I made a post. We had, one of our agents send out a bunch of handwritten postcards, and he got a response from one, and they wanted to set up a call just because of his creativity. I mean, that was one out of I don't know how many postcards you sent, 20 or 30. It's still a hard market, but I mean, sometimes you can win just by creativity. It sounds like he's going to get some freight too.
Yeah, man. So we used to do this, and we need to get back around to doing it, but for the first year, 18 months that we completed a load for a new customer, we'd write them a handwritten letter thanking them for their business. And yeah, I think that, and now that I'm talking on it, I wish that it's something that we probably need to re-implement. I think it goes such a long way. Nobody's really like writing handwritten letters and mailing them, right? I think just the little things can be the big things. And so like, even if you did send out 100, but one of them sets up a call and it turns into a customer, the ROI is there. If you think about the amount of time that people spend prospecting, emailing, cold calling to, get that one customer account or whatever it might be and growing it. So yeah, I think it's important to try to think of ways to be creative and separate yourself. And what better way than to, take the time to write a handwritten letter to somebody, mail it.
Yeah, no, definitely. What do you guys do for sales training over at your office? As long as we're talking about, training, I know one of your co-founders does it, but what are you guys like emphasizing out there in this market?
Man, yeah, so he does all the sales training. He's got a book. We call it his sales manifesto, right? But ultimately, we try to just emphasize the service that we're going to provide, right? So we try not to sell pricing. We want to be competitive, right? But we don't want to be just people using us because we're the cheap provider, right? So, I mean, through that, there's different things, but I'm not quite certain like the basics of the sales, like ways teaching them little things like matching tones or being personable and trying to build a relationship instead of a hard sell or some broad topics or things that we talk about.
Yeah, no, definitely. We should do that's what we should have done today. You should have given us a tour of the new office on if you have a mobile laptop.
Yeah, everybody's out there getting after it. I want to come put the live stream in their face. I did it on Alex, so I went on Alex's podcast, and it was like 4 to 5 p.m. and pretty much everybody leaves at 4 unless they have stuff going on. But our office hours 7:30 to 4, and I went out there doing it. My whole operations team was there, and I said, guys, if it's 4:45 and everybody's still here, something's burning. Probably have to get off the live stream here in a minute.
Did you have to get off?
No, they were fine. Just busy, but busy's not always bad. Busy can be. Busy's good.
Well, when I'm in Birmingham, we should do a live show from the Black Box office.
Yeah, we can do a live show. We can do the tour at that point. There's still some aesthetic things getting worked out. We still need to hang stuff. We've got all of our old desks are just in a pile in our big one of our big rooms. So we still got some cleaning up, some housekeeping to do, but everybody's back in office. We're fully functionable. And yeah, it's been great. We're pumped about being downtown and just the energy that the space provides. So it's been good.
Yeah, no, definitely. We still got to figure out what golf course we're going to play down there. That's the biggest question.
Yeah, we got a lot of golf courses down here. It just depends what you're looking for. But yeah, I'll line up some tee times for us. We'll get a picture, and we'll make sure that your eyes are open.
All right, we'll try it. Scrambles are fun though, dude. I've never played in a scramble before. It's fun because you can not be very good, but if you're playing with people who are good, like I can say we shot -8 or -9, something like that, But we only used like my shot a handful of times. So we had one like scratch golfer on our team.
This is funny. Nerf's tuned in. He said, "Is this a live show about dating advice for singles?" I'm asking because if it is, I may have to dip since I am happily married. I don't think that we're going to dive into any dating advice today. I don't know
Should
what.
we give the backstory though of how this joke started?
I'm not even certain about the backstory. Man, I just started logging into LinkedIn like one Monday at like 9 a.m. drinking my coffee, and I've got like 5 notifications from Matt's tagged me in random threads. Something he's like, but don't ask Will Hopkins for dating advice.
All right, I'll give the story. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but she doesn't. She's not
on.
Now, I'm not talking about your situationship, okay. All right? Something. Don't worry about that, all right?
Well, we're live. All right. Go ahead.
I'm not going there to that topic. So I went out to our corporate headquarters in Reno a month ago, and my ex-girlfriend I decided to invite out there for the trip, and we're in a group chat. Will, me, JJ, and some other people, and Will and JJ had some advice. And it didn't really go my way on the trip. I don't think that relationship is getting back together. Yeah, that's kind of where the joke started because of Will and JJ and some others had some some interesting advice, but we'll keep it there.
So, but in hindsight, like looking back, you would say that my advice was good?
It wasn't bad. It was more of a joke about your advice, but it wasn't terrible.
Just so everybody knows, I give good dating advice. Should charge for it. I invoice you for it.
Yeah. Hey, if John Rogers had invoiced me, I'd owe him about $100,000 based on his post the other day.
What was his? Oh, I must have missed it. What was
he charges $500 an hour for anyone who wants to speak with him. So anyone that messages him and asks him like, "Hey, do you have time to talk about XYZ?" Charges $500 an hour. He's done that for a long time.
No, I mean, I respect it because, I mean, I reach out to a lot of people to pick their brain, right? And the way that I see it is if it's somebody that I'm reaching out to and like asking for advice or to leverage their experience, that they're probably pretty busy and like have a lot going on. So it can be a big ask for somebody to put aside like an hour and like talk to me and me just, like pick their brain. So I think sometimes it's worth it to pay somebody for their time. And I respect that John does it because John's a very busy man and it could probably be making money elsewhere. So, and I'm sure he gets tons of messages asking for advice. So
yeah,
monetize it. If anybody's going to monetize something, it's John Rogers.
John, yeah. No, I don't fault him for it. I mean, I have a little different style to it just because, well, first of all, I'm single, don't have any kids, work remote. I have a lot more time on my hands than someone like John with kids running like 6 different businesses. But I mean, there's a lot of people that help me, and offer their time kind of for free, and I kind of like to, pay that forward in a sense, if somebody thinks my advice is even, worth it,
Yeah.
And you never know too. Sometimes those conversations, they might not be beneficial to me, but they could lead, down the line. They know somebody who knows somebody. I mean, sometimes you never know where a connection can go. Now, the stuff I won't take is if someone tells me, "Hey, can I hop on a call to demo you XYZ product or do this?" Or like, I think they're going to definitely pitch slap me, then I'll avoid it. But other than that, I'll do it.
No, and I think that's a really good way to look at it. We mentioned like sales karma, just people karma, being a good person, right? Lending that experience free of charge. Where they get me though is if I'm doing that, they're just like, "Oh, I just start talking," then it turns into a pitch, and then you're there.
I haven't had that happen yet, really. I mean, not to like a massive degree, maybe some like small hints. So have you had that happen? Probably because you can make different decisions than I am. I mean, some people think I'm a decision maker for things I'm not,
Yeah. We got another comment from Nerf, and it's just it's too funny for me to not bring it up. He's charging $499.99 an hour for a limited time to speak. He's got 4 kids, 3 businesses, and trying to juggle all that while running a book of business. So he just undercut.
There's a market for that, man. I mean, there's a market for sales training, and everyone's selling like, "Pay me $5,000 and I'll build you a LinkedIn brand, or I'll make you the best salesperson in the world." All over. Maybe people are in the wrong game. That's oversaturated now. They got to be in the dating game.
Yeah, no, there is a lot of money in like selling courses or that kind of stuff, coaching programs. I know some people that do really well with it. You just got to be careful. My thing, like if and when vetting it, I'm all for continued education, not necessarily like formal, but just like seeking out new things to learn. Right? Sometimes you have to pay for it. Where some people get you those that they haven't done anything, and then they're teaching about something or charging for it, but they haven't demonstrated that they can do it. And some of that's in the freight world too. You just gotta be careful, vet who you're paying to. I think Nerf's a steal for $4.99 an hour though.
Yeah, it's not a bad deal. It's under the 500 mark. It's priced. It's kind of interesting. Other topics just keep being brought up. Now that I thought about that, what's your opinion on this? Now, I thought this was like weird as a broker. I price everything in increments of 25, 2,300, 2,325, 2,350. Now, I didn't have any contract freight, so I understand if you want to use like cents or some weird number, 2,396. If you're like doing contract freight for whatever the algo, spits out. I didn't do any contract freight, but like if you're doing spot freight, for the life of me, I can't understand the reasoning. I don't know. I talked to some shippers about this too, and they say like, why? Just tell me it's 2,400 or 2,375.
Yeah. So I've never been big on it. I kind of get the psychology behind it, maybe, because if and when you see a number with like 24, 23.41, you're thinking like, oh, they'll think that like I took a lot of time. This is like really calculated. But I'm always for round numbers. I do a lot of contracted freight, and the rates come out weird, but it's not because I price them that way. It's because I price lanes and rates per mile, and there's a fuel surcharge built on, so it always comes out weird. But I don't think I've ever like sat there and told somebody it's going to be like 13.72 and 39 cents. Some people swear by it though.
Yeah, I know. It's interesting. I mean,
I'll drop it. So if I'm at like 22 and I think I've got like a little bit of room, I might drop it to 21.75. I think that barrier between like maybe like a 100th place and dropping a little bit maybe comes off a little bit better sometimes, but taking it too far with the cents is just kind of weird. It's also
accounting. Imagine your accounting department. I guess some accounting is getting automated, but if I was in accounting, I would hate it if I had like a bunch of invoices like 2345.9234. Like, I don't know. I would hate my job.
Yeah. I think if I was a shipper and somebody sent it to me like that, I don't know. I just like, I don't think you're doing too much. Like I think it's just a little weird.
If you're a new shipper and it's your first week, you'd be like, oh, this is a special great quote, like a lot of time. But I can't imagine some shipper that's been at it for 5-10 years is going to think that you're spent that much time and research more because you put cents on it.
Well, let me ask you this: what are your thoughts? Because this is a bit more. I don't know if I should say common, but yeah, it's a bit more prevalent. Breaking down quotes. So spot quote, small or medium sized shipper, one offload, and they ask for a rate, and say you just price it at 2,400 all in, or were you one of those guys that's going to quote like 1,800 line haul, 325 fuel surcharge, $100 tarp, and then do the all in, or are you just giving a flat?
No, I'm just saying my rate. I'm not doing all those other stuff. Just this is my rate all in. But I didn't have any contract freight. Like I said, I didn't have any customers, fuel surcharge. But even when I just tarps, I might add a little bit to my rate sometimes. I mean, I didn't do a lot of tarp. Like I said, a lot of my freight was reefer seafood. I did do some bentonite that was tarped, but wasn't like maybe I had $50.
What did you say? You did some bentonite?
Yeah, mining materials.
I never heard that before.
You're an open deck guy. How do you not know about the one thing I actually hauled on flatbed? It's like construction stuff.
Did you not just see my sign that Dustin gave me? I'm a man of steel. I never heard it before. Nurse, he's selling against himself in real time. Never mind, 24. I thought it said $241. I like that, Nerf. It looks good coming from you. Yeah. I read it as he dropped his hourly charge to $241.
Yeah, Nerf, if you want to reach out to us about advertising your dating services on the show, that could be a new sponsor for us. Will.
Yes, we don't have a sponsor in the dating world.
Yeah, we have exclusivity, so you wouldn't have to worry about any of your competitors. Nerf taking the spot. Don't worry, we won't give a sponsorship deal with Bumble or Tinder.
We got you. But yeah, no, I never heard of the bentonite or whatever. I'm gonna have to give it a Google and tell my guys to start calling those companies. Hey, why don't you just give me the name of your old accounts?
I'll keep trying to get me in trouble on live air.
No. Once we get off air, I'll keep them warm for you, and then if and when you're brokering again, I'll give them back to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, finders keepers, I guess. Let's see, 18 line. Yeah, it looks like Nerf's a big breakdown guy as well. $87 administrative fees, crazy. So I will say, look, so I said
Nerf's
I don't
in
do
Canada, right? I think Nerf's in Canada.
I don't know. I don't know where he's at. Tell her you can haul frozen LTL expedite, and it's over, man. Yeah, that's good dating. We just promise things that you can't keep, and then set her up for disappointment and failure. Go to Nerf for the dating advice.
I've told you this story well, but it may have been for the best that relationship didn't work. So when I was brokering freight, my ex did not really understand logistics too well. So my sister was bringing over her now fiance to our house for dinner, and my girlfriend was going to be there. Other people. I had this customer that was very chaotic, last minute stuff, and I told him this was a Friday. I was like, hey, if we're going to have some last minute stuff, I told him this at 4 or 5 o'clock. Can you let me know now? Like, this dinner's going on. And of course, the CEO of this company, and it's a large company, 250, 300 million. His son is the contact I deal with. They message me while I'm at dinner, like needing a hot shipment. I have to leave. I heard about that from a week from her. You couldn't finish all your work while you were at work, and you had to take that call during dinner, and blah, blah, blah. And she didn't really appreciate the broker lifestyle.
Yeah, see, that's you got to cut her loose. But yeah, I mean, like working in transportation is one of those things. If you're a broker, sometimes you gotta pick up that call. And a lot of people won't understand it if they've never been in a position similar to that, right? But I mean, that call has, consequences. If you don't pick it up, they'll find somebody that does, right? If you don't have like after hour support, somebody to handle it, you can't. You can leave them hanging, but it's not what's best, right? So I gave you good advice. I'm giving great advice right now for free on the live stream.
Love it, man. That should be your newsletter. Start a newsletter. You and Nerf can start a newsletter on your dating advice.
Well, we got a newsletter. The dog of the week is dropping tomorrow. We got our first dog.
We have our dog. Are we allowed to announce that or no?
We can. Yeah, we'll have the graphics and everything for it tomorrow and post it. But maybe let's keep
Lombard. If you're
damn, that's all right. It's all right. Yeah, he's the dog of the week. He should have
Michael Lombard's going to be our dog of the week. So look tomorrow. If you're watching, Michael, congratulations.
Yeah, that's really cool, man. So I think he's a great inaugural dog for us to have. So that'll be cool. We'll start doing that once a week. Find somebody in the industry that's doing something impressive or making a difference somehow. We'll try to spotlight that as best we can.
Yeah, maybe Nerf will make it 1 week on his dating advice.
Hell, he might. Who knows?
What is that little and I've always wondered that. I was in your other office too. Those, what's that called? With that graph where the circle's in the middle?
Yeah, I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to be careful to not show all of it. Actually, we'll do this. I got it from a book called Limitless. So it's a diagram, right? So, hell. The middle says limitless, and it's just things that go along with that. The rotating's momentum, motivation, methods, mindset, ideation, implementation, inspiration. It's a good little chart I like to look at sometimes.
I like it. You're a man of thought.
Hell, I try to be. So I give good dating advice. Man of thought. Think things through.
Forever. Will and when I'm coming to Birmingham, Will and JJ told me they're gonna, if I'm still single at that point, they're gonna, help me out down there and give me some tips.
We'll broker anything at Black Box. We'll broker freight. We'll broker relationships. Guess I should be careful saying that because it could be taken some unethical ways. But yeah, we're gonna find Matt a lady in the Magic City.
Well, it'll be. I've never been to down south, Alabama, Mississippi. I still can't get over the fact that everyone down there says y'all instead of you guys.
Yeah. Everybody says. I don't want to say everybody, but we're not that much different from you guys up north. Except I am wearing a vest in October, and it's pretty hot out.
How? What's the temperature there today?
Probably upper 80s. Let me see.
Why are you wearing a vest? I was golfing. It was 60 degrees and shorts and a t-shirt yesterday.
Because, man, it's cold. It gets cold in the office, and it's just stylish. It's a lightweight vest. we love. That's one thing we love a good vest down here. Other than that, man, it's not too much different. Yeah, we say y'all, and I will say like one misconception is everybody thinks that people in the South are really nice and friendly and polite, and I don't find that to be true.
You don't?
No, because it's so I would say that you guys might not do this up there, but if and when you see somebody out, like even you're getting groceries, they always ask you like, "How are you?" And I guess that could be seen as polite, but like nobody's like listening. They're just like, you just say it and then you move on. I guess that could be seen as polite, but it's just not really, if that makes sense.
Well, it's not like the upper Northeast. I mean,
Eric likes the vest. Appreciate you.
Nerf is our biggest commenter today. Well, I know we kind of had a shortened show today, but it was kind of fun doing a last minute just you and I. We should do this more often. I think it's kind of fun.
Yeah, no, it is.
Even though it was because of our poor planning that we really ended up in this situation, but it was still fun.
It was strategic planning, and we were attempting to rock the boat and do something new. It wasn't poor planning. We're very task oriented here at Two Dogs.
We do have some big guests, though. I will say the next 2 weeks we have another massive guest in the pipeline. So we've got some good stuff in the works here. So
some exciting things happening. If you're tuned in, follow the pages. We'll be announcing everything. We'll be releasing the dog of the week tomorrow. We appreciate anybody that is tuned in. Final shout out to our sponsors, Multi-Service Fuel Card. If you want fuel discounts, they also do a lot of cool integrations with drivers. They really are for the drivers. A lot of people talk about customer service. They really embody that, and that's a really cool thing. We're proud to be aligned with them here. We got Black Box Logistics. It's my company. If you're looking to be a broker in the Magic City, we're hiring. Trio Inc., they do offshore services. They also do some entertainment stuff. They do all of our backgrounds, our posts from Two Dogs. Black Box has a couple of people through them. They do excellent work. HD, I'll let you take over from there, Matt.
HD Ships out of Reno, great company, looking to be an agent. Hit me up. We were hiring for some W-2 roles in Phoenix and Reno. Actually, we still are hiring a W-2 role in the sense of an agent recruiter. But as far as W-2 sales, we're not hiring right now, I don't believe, but maybe in the future. Sales Dash CRM, Will uses them. Fantastic. It's actually funny. I got a message from a potential agent before this show that saw me on Josh's YouTube channel.
Really?
Yeah, I texted Josh. I was like, "Your YouTube channel must be growing." I've never had gotten a message from. I went and talked to him on his YouTube channel, and it was 3 or 4 months ago or something. Just got a message randomly today. I saw you talking about the agent on Josh's show. I was like, "Oh, Josh's YouTube must be growing." And then our banner sponsor. Say that again.
No, go ahead. Go ahead and finish up. There, I got one thing to say about kind of what you're saying.
Brought to you by Taft's, our banner sponsor. Great rates, great people, great communication. They're going to be at the Broker Carrier Summit if you're looking to learn more.
Yes, sir. Great group up there. What I was going to say is, small world. I had a guy from California who's in Birmingham. So I usually don't answer LinkedIn DMs, but I answered this one, and he had worked in transportation. He's doing something else now. He's looking to get back to Birmingham. Reached out. So he came by the office, and he actually mentioned something about your post. He's like, "Yeah, Matt talks about that a lot." And it took me a second. I was like, "Oh, you're talking about Matt Dawg, the other dog." But yeah, small world. Everything's.
Who was this again?
I'll tell you off stream. I don't know.
Oh, somebody came by to your office?
Mm-hmm. Over here this morning.
Oh wow, small world. It really is. It's a small and big world at the same time.
The small, big industry we find ourselves in. But yeah, that'll do it for episode 29. We covered some ground. I feel like it was pretty a lot of different topics.
Yeah, we did touch. Ben, if you're listening, Will did drop one of his customers on the show, so you did get that information, and we did touch on dating advice.
We did, and then all right, awesome. Well, I'll stay tuned to the pages. We'll have some announcements, some exciting things in the works. Appreciate all of you.
Yeah, have a good day. Talk to you probably in 15 minutes.
All right, see ya.
All right, see ya.